What's up, Swig Squad? T with the Diva here. And thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. And continue to hit the like button. Please, please, please. And today, I'm coming to you with a story time. So I'm gonna talk about the time since we're slowly approaching Halloween. I am going to tell you about the time that I fell out at work with my costume on. I know, crazy, right? I don't know. I believe it's a few people who believe that this is the time that I had my stroke, but this isn't the time that I had my stroke. This was just a fallout, dehydration, anxiety. I don't know, heart problems. It's just, you name it, whatever. Every year at work, we would sign up for passing out candy. So this was 2017, I want to say. No, must have been 2015. Those years are kind of like blurry. They all just like run together to me. But anyway, 2015, maybe 2016. Was my mama living? Yeah, I think my mother was still here because I didn't want her to find out about it. But every year we would sign up to bring candy. So we would put our names on the list, and then by the end of the list, we would count the people on the list, and that's how many people that you had to supply with candy for the Halloween season. So I signed up for the Halloween, to pass out the candy. This was the actual date, October 31st of whatever year this was. I dressed up as Elsa from Frozen with the blonde wig, the whole. I'm going to put a picture up to show you my costume. So I got to work. I dressed up. I had got my youngest daughter costume. I had gotten a costume. And so we dressed up. I go to work that day, right? So we get to work. I think this was like a real high participation for dressing because every year, everybody didn't really dress up. Everybody didn't participate in the whole dress up process of Halloween, especially us. So a lot of us dressed up this year. So when we get to work, we all flicking up. My best friend at work was a police officer. The guy she was dating, he was a police officer. It was like, it was just all kind of costumes going around. So we started out the day, everybody passing out candy to the people that were on the list. And of course, I signed up. So I'm walking around, I'm passing out my candy. And we had a meeting this day. Let's say like 10 o'clock, we got to go down to the meeting. So it was like in the auditorium type setting. So we passing out candy. We all cracking jokes, taking pictures, flicking up, looking at everybody's costume, complimenting, checking people out, whatever. So shortly before we went to the meeting, somebody approached me and was like, you want to be a part of a dance contest? Because I guess this was like an interactive meeting that we were having. And a part of it was like, a dance contest. So this was when the song Watch Me Whip and Watch Me Nay Nay. Watch me whip, and watch me nay nay, watch me do it. So that song was out. So that was the song that we was dancing to. So they was like, you don't get a gas card if you win or something like that, whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. So it was like 4 of us. So we all goes down to the little auditorium, whatever. So we participated in a dance contest. I think it was like 4 of us. We all did the whip, nay, nay. It was fun. The young lady in the department ended up winning a little gas card or whatever. But all fun. Everything was cool. And so we went on and had the meeting. I think they supplied lunch that day. So we ended up coming back up. We had lunch. I'm telling you, we had so much candy that I had like a whole pillowcase, like not even exaggerating, a full pillowcase from work, passing out candy at work. So, like, this was a high participation year for this, for all the festivities. So, we go to the meeting, have the meeting. We had lunch that they supplied. It was like Jimmy John's or some pizza or something like that. Maybe Bucharest. It was just like something like that. We get back up to our department. Now, I explained to y'all that we had the low cubicle. So it was 2 people to a cube. And, you know, you had the person facing you that had the 2 people at their cube. So we're in our cube, 2 people are in their cube. Well, when you come down this aisle, I am the first cube that you run to. So I don't face anybody. Nobody's facing me because I am starting this row. I start the row. Where I sat was right in the center of the aisle, the traffic aisle where everybody walked through and all. That was my seat in the front. So I'm sitting in my seat. And at the time, the young lady that I told you that I threatened over text that time, she was my supervisor. We weren't friends, but we were cordial. So we would kiki, slap fives, crack jokes. We had inside jokes. It was, you know, we were cordial. We were cool. So I'm sitting at my desk. At this point, I've started working. So it's probably maybe about 2 in the afternoon, 3, out of nowhere. I'm talking about nothing. Said nothing and nobody. Nothing. I just feel hot. Totally hot. Like I'm in an oven. Totally hot. Ain't no hot flashes. None of that. I'm just hot. Burning up hot. Like sweat everywhere. Drenched. Sweating hot. And now my chest starts to hurt. So I don't want to make a scene because initially I didn't even want this to, like, I don't want the attention on me so much, like, especially not for being sick. So my chest hurting, so I'm holding my chest and I'm sweating, but I'm praying that she don't walk over to my desk and say anything. I don't want her to walk. I don't want nobody that I'm familiar with that usually stop and talk to me to walk past me at this point, because right now I don't know what's going on, but I want it to pass. I couldn't even get up and go to the bathroom. My chest hurting. I'm holding my chest. I'm holding it. So this particular point that I'm thinking, Lord, please don't let her come over here. Lord, please don't let her come over here. And I'm holding my chest. I'm sweating. I can't even reach for a paper towel to wipe my face because I got to hold my chest and I'm like stuck. It's like I can't move. She comes over to my desk. I'm like, She like, you okay? I'm like, she like, you okay? Because I don't want her to sound the alarm. You ain't okay. Why are you sweating like that? I'm like, she like, no, no. Can you get up? I'm like, she like, no, I'm about to call the ambulance. So I hear her. Tanisha over there sick. She's sick. Something going on with her. Look how she's sweating. This and this and this. So now at this point, I just lay my head down. Because, everybody about to come over. So everybody swarms my desk. You all right? You okay? Blah, blah, blah. Somebody walk up. You want me to take the wig off? I'm like, yes, take the wig off. Because I had on a stocking cap. I'm like, take the wig off. I'm laying my head down. I'm talking. I can hear them and I'm talking, but I'm still clenching my chest. And she like, I'm calling an ambulance. I'm like, please. I can't even talk though. Signal her to, like, I don't want her to call the EMS. I just do not. Like, I hate that type of petty, people coming out the woodworks that don't even talk to you to come talk to you to be nosy and see what they want to see. And I just hate that. So she like, I'm calling the EMS. I called the ambulance. So now everybody coming out. So the manager was the black lady that was a, she comes out and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, mm-hmm. So she come to my desk. She leaned down, whispered in my ear, you okay? I just nod my head because she don't give a fuck. She just want to be nosy too. So at this point, I know that I'm not going to be able to escape the calling of the ambulance. So my chest is starting to not be as tight. I'm not as hot, but at this point I'm drenched, I'm flushed, I'm weak. So now I'm starting to feel like I'm about to faint. So I just slumped to the floor. I don't know how it happened, how it ended up. People were saying, ugh, if I get sick, don't put me on that nasty, dirty floor. Do you think I wanted to be down there? What the make you think I wanted to be on the nasty floor? I was like, these hoes here is miserable. What the, you think I brought my pillow and my comforter down and laid it down and laid on this nasty carpet that probably ain't been cleaned since 1978? You think I really set out for that? Anyway, I done got mad. But anyway, I slumped down out of my seat. Next thing I know, I'm on the floor. I got my head like on a bookshelf and then my body just on the floor. And I don't know what I'm thinking while I'm down there. I'm just like, I couldn't get up. I knew that I didn't have the strength to move. I didn't have the strength to move. So the EMS finally comes. Now, by the time they come, I'm weak. My chest is not tight anymore. I'm not as hot as I was, but they put all those machines on me. So I'm thinking maybe I feel better because actually in my head, I might be able to walk to the bathroom and just do something to try to get myself together. So the ambulance is there. They're taking my vitals, checking my blood sugar, checking my blood pressure, checking my temperature, all of this. So the ambulance says, you want to come with us? I said, I don't want to come with y'all. She whispered in my ear. She said, I don't like what I'm seeing. I think you should come with us. She says, do you have children? I said, I do. She said, do you have children? I said, yes. She said, you want to see them again? Do you want to see them tomorrow or do you want to see them again? I was like, what you trying to say? I'm about to lay here and die? I was like, yeah, what you mean? She was like, I don't like what I'm seeing. Can you please come with us? I'm like, oh, I do not feel like it because I don't feel good, but I don't feel like going in no ambulance. So her and her partner talked me into getting down in the ambulance. Y'all, when I got outside to that air, I felt 2,000% better. I swear. The actual air hitting me, it made me feel like tons better. And I had some water. Like while I was in it, when I got in the ambulance, I had some water. And it just like rejuvenated me or something. And so I'm in the ambulance and my blood pressure wouldn't go up. My blood pressure was so low, it wouldn't go up. I'm flushed, I'm pale. And she like, so you going with us, right? I'm like, oh, I don't want to go with y'all. So my supervisor had came down with me. So she's like, what do you want me? You got to go with the ambulance. You're going to have to just do what they say because I'm not accepting you back. You can't come back up here. And I'm like, girl, what you mean? If I feel better, she like, you can't be a liability. She was like, you going to have to go to the doctor before you come back here. You can't come back up here. I don't even want you back up here. I'm like, oh my God. So I got to go to the hospital. She like, what do you need? You got where's your purse? So I'm telling her where all my stuff is. I'm like, bring my wig back out here. I got to go to the hospital with a stocking cap on. Because I'm coherent now. I know I'm about my business. So she like, okay. So she bring my wig down, bring my purse. I'm like, oh, I ain't about to leave my candy up there. All my candy was up there still. But right now, it's clicking. Like, I'm back. I'm coming back. But anyway, I ended up not getting the candy, but somebody had got it for me. But anyway, I go to the hospital. They all had jokes. I'm in the hospital in an Elsa costume. So you know that I had to take pictures with doctors and nurses and all the staff because I came in the hospital as Elsa, sick. But now, before I get discharged, so after everybody got through with all their photo ops and I'm trying to think what, because I remember that I think my mom went and got my baby, my youngest daughter. My middle daughter was in high school, and I believe she ended up walking home. So yeah, my mother was still living. My mother was still living then. I remember because I didn't want her to know. I didn't want her to find out that I had gotten sick at work because my mother is going to be all in your, it's not going to be just oh, you were sick at work today? Oh, okay then. Well, you all right now? Okay, good. It's when you going to the doctor? What kind of doctor's appointments you got? What the doctor say? When is your follow-up? Did he check this? You got to go get a such and such. Tell him to order this. It's all of that. So I didn't want none of that. I didn't want her to find out. But anyway, my mama ended up picking up my baby daughter. My oldest daughter was still in college. My middle daughter was in high school. And I'm not remembering who. I want to say, I keep thinking my daughter's father picked me up from the hospital. I don't remember, but I do remember that I dropped my phone and cracked it while I was getting discharged, picked up from the hospital. But anyway, after that, I ended up being off work probably the rest of the year. I was probably off until January because I had to get all kind of tests ran. It was just all kind of everything going on. But I'm going to insert that picture and y'all are going to see that I was dressed up and participating and had the whole Halloween fever. And I don't know if I was just overly stimulated, if all them clothes, because I had on clothes under my uniform because of course, I mean, I didn't want to put all that sticky stuff on my skin. But I don't know. It was, I mean, I had I had to have follow-up because of my heart and all of that stuff. But I believe that it ended up being like a dehydration thing or something like that. It wasn't like an ailment because it wasn't the stroke. I had the stroke the year that I turned 40. So I turned 40 on February 27th. I had a stroke on March 11th of 2015 of that year. So I know I didn't have the stroke that day. This wasn't a stroke day. This was fallout at work on Halloween. I was so embarrassed. And I was embarrassed, first of all, because I had to ride in that ambulance all down the hall, down the stairs, and just past all them people. I don't even know who I was, because my eyes was closed. So I don't know who all saw me. I just didn't want to have to go to the ambulance. I didn't want to have to sound the alarm. So I didn't want anybody to know that I was sick. I wanted to kind of let it simmer down, like while I was sitting there. But I knew sitting on that front row with that traffic, in that traffic aisle, somebody was going to walk past to say something to me, and you could visibly see that I was sweating. And then I'm clenching my chest, holding it. I could not stop holding my chest. So yeah, I just didn't want it to happen. Then, you know, a whole lot of fake concern people come out the woodworks, and people call you that ain't called you in forever because they want to see what happened so they could talk to. I didn't even want nobody to know when I was in the hospital having open heart surgery because of that. I don't want to be nobody's charity case. I don't want nobody who don't call me or don't reach out to me to call out of the blue because this is what I'm dealing with. I just feel like if I'm not important enough for you to want to call me to just see how I'm doing on a regular day, don't call me when I get sick to try to see how I'm sick, why I'm sick. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like the attention it brings. I don't like the false concernness that it brings. I didn't like it. I did not like it. So, I mean, of course, you can't help when you get sick. And then, of course, you know, people talking about, ooh, don't ever let me get on that nasty floor. Don't ever let me. Girl, who the want to be on a nasty floor ever, anywhere? Period. Whoever want to be sick? Whoever want to be somewhere sick? Nobody plans for this stuff. So it's nothing that I looked forward to. I was not looking forward to coming back, to seeing people, like, so they could be like, oh, are you okay? Did everything work out? Oh, are you sick? Oh, and I just was like, ugh, I don't even want to talk about it. All was well, and I got better. So yeah, that was the time that my Halloween was very spooky for totally other reasons. But yeah, so excited. That was it. That was the end of my story time. Thank you all. Thanks so much for all the likes and comments. And please continue to like, comment to get me back into the algorithm consistently. Just keep liking. Just keep engaging. That really helps. And because once you fall out of this algorithm thing, you have to like post, or keep getting engagement for them to like throw you back in or whatever. But thank you all. This is Tea with the Diva, and I'll holler at y'all later.